Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's our time for another episode of Christmas Tina. Let's continue our story. And yeah, we're in chapter 7, The Public. I don't know about what this chapter may be. It gives me actually nothing of the title. You can guess what the chapter might be from the other ones, but I have no idea about this one, so we'll see. But staring down at hundreds of millions of yen, I'm a little bit of an idiot too. Our lives aren't worth that much in this country. Interesting. I guess this is going to be about why this boss is so annoyed by Jing. So this is Jing episode, I guess. Let's go. A few days later. It was January, the first mornings of 1988, marked by the clear skies. Apparently Japan wasn't using the old calendar anymore, but instead the Western one, when New Year had already begun. New Year Eve had been quiet, without firecrackers or drunks arguing loudly. Something had been lacking, I felt. Okay.
今日は天気いいね。
ああ、早。
Greeted the two on the platform. As always, compared to the energetic younger sister, she's cold. Compared with her energetic, yeah. We're on reasonable terms at this point.
あ、そういえばお姉ちゃん、マイケルじゃないよ。
Yeah.
突然何のこと？名前だよ。マイケルじゃなくて、ジンっていうの。そうなんだ。まあ、適当にマイケル・ジャクソンとか言っただけなの。なんか言った？なんでもないわよ。だけどエミー、どうして彼の名前？
Well, we're talking.
だって私たち友達だもん。友達？それはないでしょう。そんなことないよ。ねえジン。
Okay, come on. She said my name. Okay, go, come on, go. Tomodachi. What was I supposed to say now?
那友達、我出去一会儿啊。
Wow.
言った。今確かに友達って言った。
Yeah.
言った通りです。
Oh wow. This is weird and awesome.
知らなかった。いつの間に仲良くなっ
I'm so conflicted about Kanna. Like, she behaves like she gives me a different feeling each episode. Like, one episode, I get annoyed by her, another episode, it's just awesome, another episode, she's awesome, and like, this is so weird. Like, she's all over the place. She gave me a puzzled look. Whatever the problem was, I went outside. There was a lot I wanted to buy, and it was going to take a while. I marked myself absent 3 hours in advance to make sure she knew. Hopefully they could use this to plan their day better. Okay. So now it's Jing time to leave for a longer period of time.
そうだ、いいこと思いついた。どうしたのエミ？私がここでお留守番しているから、2人で出てきたら？
I mean, technically yes, but I don't know if the contract allowed that.
2人？お姉ちゃんとジンだよ。
Friends was pointing at me and the girl, god damn it. She wanted us to do something together, but I had no idea what.
ほら、たまには2人でいや、特に今日は。
She glanced at me. She didn't seem upset, just a bit confused.
それよりエミ、そろそろ勉強始め。
Okay.
ちょっとお姉ちゃん、手引っ張らないでよ。
They went back to the room together. I watched the situation impassively. I had no idea what was going on.
不知道怎么回事，还是快去买东西吧。
Uh-huh. So yeah, I don't know if I've cut this part or not, but for 1 or 2 words I forgot English. And I just talked in my native language. I think I said 1 or 2 words. Maybe I've cut this or not, I don't know. I'll see. Maybe I will just forget. It doesn't matter really. The area in front of Harajuku station was crowded as always. People seems to be wearing different clothes, possibly due to the new year.
好多人穿和服啊。
Yeah, Friends, the little sister was always wearing one, so I'd gotten used to seeing them. But apparently, the Japanese did not wear kimonos all that often. So the number of people wearing them that day stood out to me. I suspect it was related to Japanese New Year. I was lost in thought as I walked across the area in front of the station.
小冉啊，来的正好。
Okay. Was, okay.
哦，
Jiang.
江先生，
Okay.
你闲着呢吧？来，帮我个忙。
没事儿是没事儿，但我不去。
Okay. I don't want to be dragged to another weird bar, yeah, and pay for it. Besides, I wanted to go back to work. The longer I spent outside, the less money I made. Going with him to some stupid venue was a waste of both time and money.
就当是工作嘛。
工作，有问题的工作我可不干啊。
不是，你放心吧。
You are shady. I don't believe you. He began to walk away, not waiting for my answer. His pushy attitude annoyed me, but I decided to follow him anyway. I didn't want to be dragged to anything bad, but he was sort of my boss. Yeah.
到了，就这儿。
Okay, where are you? We arrived at the high-rise apartment building. Okay. It wasn't particularly old. Oddly enough, it seems to be uninhabited.
然后呢，要我做什么？力气活我可干不了啊。
在我旁边站着就行。
Okay, so act as the bodyguard or something?
到底要干嘛？
工作。
Okay. Without further explanation, Jiang went inside. Standing in the entrance, he lit a cigarette.
你抽吗？
我不抽烟。我说，这到底是什么工作啊？
你看过《教父》吗？
Oh! Oh, we're going to meet with Yakuza?
没看过，是一个外国电影吧？
也是，毕竟中国没上映过。
Yeah. I guess so. But yeah. Go further about Mafia. In Japan, it's known as Yakuza, so... Okay. Going to meet with people who really hold power in the city, it seems. He had me a can of coffee.
这是
我一会儿喝，你帮我拿一下。
Oh, okay.
啊？
Interesting.
要把手背到身后拿着。
Hold it behind your back.
江先生，这究竟是要干什么呀？
This is interesting. Like, he's prepared to, like, talk with them. He knows how to talk with them, it seems. Like, what? Like, after a conversation, like, I will have you to give me the drink and stuff to show my power, basically, that I have bodyguard or something? Huh.
最好是看起来像在身后藏着东西一样。
Make it look like you're hiding something. Interesting.
藏东西？
So they're, like, on edge and are uncertain what you're hiding, maybe weapon?
是啊，比如说枪之类的。
Yeah. Okay. This is shady. Yeah, this is quite dangerous. Interesting episode. An expensive black car stopped in front of the building soon after. A very well-built man go out of it.
喂， 那些人
Yeah.
不会是黑社会吧？
Uh-huh.
别胡说八道，他们是善良的房地产公司员工。
Yeah, sure. Whatever you call them.
这些人身上纹着纹身，还拿着刀。
总之，你给我闭好嘴。
Yeah, just stand and hide the gun like if it was a gun or something. Just to show that you may be armed and you protect the guy or something. As we talked, more Yakuza left the car and began to stroll over to us. I did what Jiang wanted and stood there quietly. My arms were locked nervously behind my back. Eventually, they stopped in front of us. They were perhaps 3 meters away. We were facing each other directly.
ここはうちの武家なんだけどな。
Okay. Switch to Japanese. Jing spoke up first. He didn't seem to be afraid at all. Okay, so they want this apartment, I guess. So he's here to not let them seize it or something? It was now that I realized this was some kind of the dispute over the property.
なあ、そっちもあらことは避けたいだろう。
啰嗦，别他妈像个日本鬼子一样。
Jesus.
好啊！
看来说中文要来得快呀。
Okay.
关你鸟事儿！你这老东西，快给老子滚！
Okay, so this is not Japanese Yakuza. Is this do China have Yakuza too? Is this like Chinese Yakuza? Is that a thing? I don't know. To be honest.
你
Chinese?
先闭上你的嘴。
是，
One of the younger gangsters was chastised by an older one and fell silent. No, they weren't Yakuza. Okay. These were Chinese, perhaps belonging to the triads. Okay, I'm not familiar with mafia in China. I have no idea what system they have there. I literally have no idea. The triads and the Yakuza were competitors, though they did cooperate sometimes for mutual gain.
我说江先生，能把这间公寓让出来吗？我们想赶紧把这事情给办了。
Okay.
抢空地，
说什么呢？不是还有人在住吗？
哪有什么居民嘛？不就是你一直霸占在这里吗？
瞧你，净说些人听不懂的话。
杂所八谋，你开个价钱吧。
一间屋2个数，我这儿有4间。
2 stacks per apartment. I guess money stacks.
哇，你真是稀。
你知道，最近搬迁费也不是闹着玩的呀。
Chen grinned at them. 2 stacks probably refer to some amount of money. Yeah, probably. I doubt it was 200k yen. Maybe it represents 2 million yen. Maybe 20,000 yuan or something like that.
江先生，日本啲黑社會啊、ヤクザ啊，我都
你想
OK
威胁我？
明人就不說暗話，想要把你的屍體丟進東京灣，都幾費功夫。
Okay.
和混凝土一起塞进钢罐里？
啊，再沉到海里。
Neither of them as much as Bat and I at this. They weren't angry either, they were composed. It was hard to tell how serious the threats were. If 1 or 2 Chinese people disappeared in Japan, nobody was going to care.
说起来啊，老胡，你们还在附近卖药吧？
Medicine, wow. Medicine. Okay. Ah, a lot of shady business.
那有怎么啫？
要是让道上的人知道了，可不妙
Yeah.
吧？
Okay. Okay. You're selling on the turf.
也算是知会一声。
那你就是在威胁我们喽？
这个嘛，
Yeah, just like you did.
兄弟，胳膊有点累了吧？
Okay. I was surprised to be
这
addressed.
家伙刚来不久，哎呀，耐不得性子，我也拿他没办法。
喂，做咩啊？想动手啊？
Okay. Oh, the gangster pulled out the gun. And we have coffee. He wasn't talking to Jiang, and he was talking to me. He pointed the gun at me. I still had my hands behind my back. Most likely he thought I was hiding a gun. That turned out to be the kind of deterrence. We continued to stare at each other. Holy shit. What was he going to do if he found out? It probably wasn't going to end well, yeah. My hands are around the gun and grew sweaty. I was really nervous and I knew it.
靓仔，你叫
请萧然。
I barely managed to say this with a dry mouth. I took everything I had to make myself sound calm.
喂，我说江先生，这个姓景的靓仔是傻子吗？
Wow.
正因为是个傻子，所以得当心些。
这样子，
胡哥，哪用怕这种家伙呀？
哦，正是因为是傻子才要注意。
Okay.
没事儿，胡哥，这种小毛孩哪怕
Jesus.
踹两脚，马上就。
啊，你讲的又给有道理了。
Oh my god.
为什么打我呀？
Okay, well, we went into some third force here. Maybe not yet, because it's not Yakuza versus like Triads or whatever, but yeah. Okay, we got a taste. The gunshot rang out, and one of the gangsters went down on the ground. It took me a moment to realize what had happened. I could smell the burnt powder and saw the blood on the asphalt. The older triad member had shot one of the younger ones. Yeah.
我不是早就叫你闭上？
总归死不了就是了。
Okay. The younger gangster grimaced as he crushed his leg. Jiang and the man continued unperturbed. These were the triads after all. And Jiang. Neither of them seems to care in the slightest.
靓仔，
Yeah, they see this every day probably.
是的，
我是不会跟傻子硬碰硬的，毕竟划不来。不过呢，面对1个亿这么多的钱，我
OK
也是会变成傻子的。
还真是老生常谈的威胁呀。
这可不是威胁，我讲真的。
Okay.
那行呗，我就稍微考虑便宜些。不过老胡啊，在这个国家，我们都是贱命一条。
That's what they meant. That's what Genghis was said as well. Like, if 1 or 2 Chinese will disappear, nobody will care. Wow, that's what they meant. Holy shit.
可不是嘛？
Yeah. If you would agree on like, if Jing would agree on like shady businesses, he would like have to deal with these situations every day probably. Woo. The car drove off, and Jiang watched them until they were completely out of sight. Yeah, give me coffee now. Yep, that was kinda extreme. And I thought the sigh when the 3 ads were gone. I've been shaking a little while realizing it.
突然，咖啡给我。
哦，
I pulled my arms back around and handed him the sweaty gun.
还真是辛苦了。
喂，刚才你打算怎么办啊？
Daily business. In the area that you don't want to deal with.
怎么办？
要是那些黑社会来硬的，
他们不会的，
Okay. How do you know? I mean, probably you dealt with them before, so you would know. But yeah. He said. I wasn't even finished speaking.
为什么这么肯定？
因为你在我身边拿着枪啊。
Okay.
那是装的呀！
Yeah, but what's important that he thought that you have a gun, so he had been cautious about this.
这就够了，只要给他们一个撤退的借口就行。
He was dangerous, I was sure of it. He was involved in the land speculations and sex trade. He must have been taking kickbacks from the girls too. I was taking his money and I was ashamed of it. But he was also shrewd.
我们住的那个老站房，不会也有黑社会去吧？
不会，那边的施工方也是个正经的公司。
Uh-huh.
那活儿
Why I don't believe you?
不了多少钱，没意思。
Okay. I guess it's not worth much. He began to walk away towards the station. Apparently my part was done. I went back to the main station with him. It was only a few minutes away. But the atmosphere was completely different. Yeah, also, how much did he pay for this? Because he said, like, we are going to get money, right? So how much do we get for this act?
事情有点急，把你叫出来，不好。
都完事了你才说。
总而言之，
Okay.
这算是报酬。
How much does 5 minutes with the near 3 yards pace? He got me 3,000 yen. Holy Jesus. Okay. 3 single pieces of 1,000 yen each. All I done was stand next to him. It had only been about 5 minutes of work, yeah. But given the danger involved, it seemed low. I might well have gotten killed there, I thought.
3000日元你不满意？
是有那么多。
嗨，之前也说过，我不干不来钱的活儿。
可是只有3000日元。
金秋然，你可别忘了，报酬的高低是跟风险挂钩的。
Depends on the risks, okay. And with that, Jank walked away. I looked at him and stuffed the money into my pocket.
也就是说，刚才的风险只值3000日元吗？
So, from Jiang perspective, it wasn't that dangerous in his area, so he's doing way more dangerous jobs as well. Because, like, Jing get like 4,000 yen, I think, per day living in station or something like that. So yeah, like for 5 minutes is pretty good, but yeah, he could die. So I would also expect more, way more. But yeah, Jiang probably determined that, hey, that was easy, you know? And it's 5 minutes, not the whole day. Yeah, like you don't know what Jiang is doing. Like he probably is like involved in so many weird stuff. So many weird things. I wasn't sure what to make out of the sudden windfall. I continued to think about it on the way back.
外表看起来光鲜亮丽的元素，
Yeah. I'd sense it in the nightclub too. For every bright neon light, there was a shadow cast. Okay. And we're done. So next chapter is going to be the one moment. One moment of what? We'll find out. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for being with me for this episode. Click that like button if you liked the episode, subscribe for more, check my Discord, and you can become a member if you'd like to see episodes earlier and support me. Yeah, I lost my thought tracks because I looked at the screen and I realized it's still saying it's 1987 winter while it's actually 1988 now. So yeah, kinda miscommunication here, but yeah, I lost my thought because of this. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you next one. So for Pocket Watch, let's get out.